Friday. We are excited to be here today. Today we are celebrating, we're beginning the weekend. As we kick it off, we're celebrating incredible fathers. I've got two incredible fathers with me.
No, you got one.
Okay,
Not
one
father
incredible
yet.
son, incredible dad, and we're the Incredibles.
Alright.
Two incredible fathers right here. I'm not a father.
He said he's not a father, so he is not a father. But we wanted him to come on today. So if you are coming in, if you don't mind, share this and share this with a dad, share this with a friend, share this with someone. We just want to talk to you today a little bit about fatherhood and what that means. I am a blessed man. I have been able to be shaped by great men and great men of faith and strong men. And so I'm excited to be able to just share with my dad here today, as well as my nephew DeAndre. And so we just wanted to talk a little bit real briefly today about fatherhood and maybe some incredible memories that we've had with our dads. Father's Day is really a day to celebrate fathers who have gone on and then to celebrate those who are here today. So my dad is here today, but his dad has gone on. And I just wanted to take a brief moment to share with us a little bit about fatherhood as it relates to Owsley Lacey Sr., my grandfather.
Weekends, we visited family. We go see our uncles and aunts and cousins, and we would travel to other cities, but we were going to see family. If we didn't see anybody else in the world, we were going to be with family.
Awesome. What are some? What is a memory or a lesson that your dad taught you? I call it Pawpaw, but my Pawpaw. What is a lesson that he taught you? For me, he always taught us that hard work is golden, and there was nothing in life that was going to come easy. And as a man, you had to work, and if you work, your job was to take care of your family. And he impressed that in me at an early age as a grandfather. And so as I'm sitting here with my dad, maybe he has some memories that stick out.
Well, work was definitely, if work was the building blocks, then family was the glue that held it all together, because we worked, we did a lot of things, but everything he did, he believed in being the best at what you do. He believed in being inclusive. He was a great teacher. He was always teaching other people how to learn to do things that they needed to do. And even though he was very strict and very hard, he was a man of great love. He didn't say "I love you," but his actions and his deeds manifested itself in that love. And so he taught you he wanted you to be a man. He wanted you to be straight up. He wanted you to take care of your business. He wanted you to learn to look a person in the eye when you talk to him, shake a firm handshake, and be honest with everybody you're dealing. So he was just an awesome model.
Awesome. I remember as a young son coming into adolescence and going through high school. I became a dad at an early age, and I remember going into my first Father's Day and being quite nervous about it, and not knowing what to expect, because I was like 17 years old, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what it looked like, what fatherhood really meant. I had seen it, but I never had I never experienced the weight of fatherhood until that. And so I remember that being a tough time. But one of the things that I remember about that time was my father, who came to me and said, for the rest of your life, you're going to be a father. I never really thought about it like that, but he said, you'll be a father forever. And so what you do now, everything you do now is for your child and making him a better person, making him a better man. And I never forgot that. And so I picked myself up, went to school, tried hard to be a great dad for my son. And but I remember that, and I just wanted to say that sometimes you can teach your kids a lot in defeat. And there was a time where I felt like I let everybody down But at the same time, I had a dad that was picking me up and telling me, you can do whatever you want to do. You can be whoever you want to be. You can grow to be whatever man you want to be. But it's all on you. It's no excuse. You got to do what you got to do. And so that was just an incredible moment for me. Although we had some great, really awesome times. But I think that learning to have strength in defeat was one of the great lessons that I learned that I took throughout the rest of my childhood and adult life. So I got DeAndre here, who is my brother Dedrick Lacey, is his son, and so I'm glad to have him on the show. And DeAndre is kind of like a son to me as well, because he has lived with us for a while, and I'm just glad to have him on the show. And so he's going to talk a little bit about some of the great memories that he has with his dad, as well as fatherhood, and what are some things that you got out of being a Lacey man growing up?
One of the things I want to say is I feel like fathers are definitely underappreciated. One of those reasons is it's a challenge to be a man, but like you said, it's an even greater challenge to be a father. And honestly, that presence isn't always felt. And then when it is felt, you have a tough job. You are to cast the vision for your family, be the source of accountability, and a lot of times it's thankless work. You have to do some of the things that people don't want to do. You have to be the source of discipline at times, and sometimes it's not appreciated till later. And honestly, there are many lessons that I learned from these two and my father that weren't fun at the time. I would get angry with them, I would get upset with them, but as an adult, I didn't realize that everybody didn't get that. You know, as I moved into adulthood and someone's tire is flat, and I'm like, oh, you just change it. Those are lessons and memories I remember. How to wash your car, how to do different things, and also just integrity. Different lessons that I didn't realize I had the privilege to get, because not everybody got them. Not everybody had that male presence in their life to guide them. And when you get into this thing called life, guidance is very important. So I know that at all times I can call these men, I can call my father and get that counsel when I'm making tough decisions in life. And I have the discipline, I have all those lessons to pull from when I'm in a situation. I have the confidence to face it because of the things that they taught me. So I definitely appreciate that.
Awesome. Maybe you're on the line, you have some great memories of your father, your grandfather. Just leave a message underneath about a great memory that you have with your father, grandfather, or maybe it's a father figure in your life. I want to hear about those memories. Maybe you're still dealing with the loss of a father figure. It may be fresh. I want to hear about that. We want to pray about that. And we want to be connecting with you in those areas. So in the comments, if you don't mind, just dropping a little comment. Maybe it's just the name of a father you want us to pray for. Let us know, and we'll be lifting those names up. My other grandfather was Paul Lacey, and Paul Lacey worked for the railroad. Both of my grandfathers worked for the railroad. And one of the things that I got from Paul Lacey was a gentleman. And he always taught us how to treat a lady. You open the doors for ladies, you pulled out the seat. And I remember one time we were in a service and it was packed and nobody had a place to sit. And he got up and he stood the whole time so that women could sit down. It was his belief that chivalry was important. And so I always got those lessons from him. He was a chef. We had Sunday dinners. He would cook these 5-course meals. And we felt like we were important. We get out of church, we all dressed in our Sunday finest, and we sit down like we were at a 5-star restaurant, and he would cook for us, and he would serve us. He would literally put on his cape, and he would serve us as a superhero. And he would sit down at the table and teach us manners at the dinner table. And I just always appreciated that, because as a man, as a father, as an incredible dad, sometimes you gotta serve those that you love. There's sometimes you gotta serve those that mean the most to you. Sometimes you gotta serve those that even though you go out and you make the bread, or you win, but now mama's bringing home the bacon too. So you have to serve. And so one of the things I learned from two great grandfathers as well as my dad is servanthood is important. Ephesians 5 says that if you're going to love your wife, you got to love her as Christ loved the church. We all know that Christ loved the church by serving. So as we getting ready to celebrate Incredible Dads, celebrate Father's Day, tag a father that you know that's important, tag somebody that's made a difference in your life, let them know that you appreciate them. As we get ready to do that, I want to encourage you brothers to just serve this weekend. I know they're going to be giving you presents and giving you this, that, and the other, but I want to encourage you to be a blessing to your family, be a blessing to your children, be a blessing to your wife, and do something nice for them so that you can be known as an incredible dad. As we get ready to go this weekend, and I want to invite you out to True Love Christian Church, 40 Wilson Road. This Sunday we are celebrating Incredible Dads. Every first-time guest gets a free movie ticket. Every first-time guest gets a free movie ticket. Now I want to help you out. Now on Tuesday, Showbiz Cinema is showing the movies at $5, but every person gets a free. Every first-time guest gets a free movie ticket on Sunday. So I want to encourage you to come out. I want to encourage you to bring somebody. I want to encourage you to come share about what it is that we have to say about fathers on this Sunday. Anybody got something to close out with?
I just want to say to those out there, remember your dads, and while they're alive, offer them the praise and the recognition that they fully deserve. Love them and cherish them, care for them, give to them, serve someone. And I can guarantee you, as life moves on, then the day will come when those who you have served will gladly serve you, because that season comes in everybody's life.
And I just want to say that I'm an aspiring father, not yet, and one day you may be in that position where you're a mother or a father, and maybe your dad wasn't so incredible, but just create a space to where you can show him grace for all the effort that he did put. He may not have been perfect, but we all have our struggles and we're not perfect. So if you did have a dad that wasn't so incredible, try to find something that you can celebrate about him this weekend.
All right. Man, this has been an awesome Live at 5 this week. Got to share with two great, incredible men in my life, and want to once again invite you to share it. I want to invite you to tag it, send it in Messenger, share it, tag it, and we just thank God. I just thank God for the incredible men in my life that have made me who I am. And so you guys have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.